Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present situations from our day-to-day lives and connect them with the knowledge which is embedded in our ancient texts. Our belief is the knowledge which is there in the ancient texts is extremely relevant in today's time, and we can understand, appreciate, adapt them into our day-to-day lives to become better and stronger individuals. I was thinking of a situation I'm sure many of us can relate with it. The situation is that of a new school year. A class of students have come together. Most of them are unknown to each other. The class teacher comes in and tries to make the situation a little lighter. The class teacher at random calls out a boy and says that, hey, you tell us any topic that you know the best. Just tell the class about it and let's understand who you are and what's your expertise. Rahul is extremely surprised and shocked that he is being called to the podium to talk about something that he knows. And Rahul immediately denies that, ma'am, I don't know anything about a particular topic. How can I talk to the class? I am not really prepared. Please think of someone else. But the teacher insists that, Rahul, don't worry. Think of a topic that you are an expert in. Think of a topic that you know very well. I'm sure you can do it. Come on, try. And Rahul fortunately had a couple of friends in the class, and those friends nudged Rahul. Hey Rahul, you can do it. It's your time. You know so much about space. Why don't you tell all of us about your knowledge in space? We would be interested. And Rahul then gathers courage and walks up to the podium, but stutters and tries very hard. His legs are shaking, but his voice is shaking, but he still tried. After a few minutes, he gained confidence. He talks about the stars and constellations in the night sky. Then he forgets all his low self-confidence. He makes a good speech of whatever he knows about the space and the stars. The teacher applauds. The whole class applauds Rahul's efforts. Then the teacher calls out another boy who looked very confident and who looked very eager to come and describe. This boy, Arjun, comes to the podium and starts talking about himself, saying that, ma'am, I have won several prizes in elocution, in debates. I am a good orator. I'm going to talk about the vacation that we as a family took, and we went overseas. Arjun talks about all his experiences and shows a little bit about his wealth, talks a bit about his social standing. The class is not able to relate much with Arjun's boasting. Arjun makes a long speech, but the teacher then asks the class, how do you like Arjun's experience? I'm sure these experiences were useful, but how do you like Arjun's presentation? The class gives a bit of a mixed reaction. All of us see these kind of people around us. Some of them go through the ups and downs in their self-confidence. Some of them feel their self-worth to be very low. They need to be prodded, they need to be nudged, they need to be supported, they need to be guided, they need to be reminded continuously of the strength that they have, the capability that they have. And some others are there around us who are extremely confident, probably overconfident of their worth, and they slightly go towards the point of being arrogant, like Arjun in this case. A character called Karna comes to mind from the epic Mahabharata. Karna was born to Kunti, who belonged to a royal family. However, Kunti had abandoned Karna. Karna was raised by a commoner who was not a part of the royal family. But as Karna grew up, he took interest in archery. He was extremely strong and skilled at archery. He came in contact with Dronacharya, who was that time the best tutor of archery, the best coach of archery. But Dronacharya was committed to teach archery to the princess. And when Karna was asked about his heritage, Karna was rejected as a student. And from then on, Karna nurtured this feeling about his low self-esteem, of his birth in a family which was not royal. Karna was feeling all the time that this whole world has been unfair to him. Over a period of time, then Karna reaches another teacher, another great person of that time, Parasuram. Parasuram was teaching the Brahmins the skills in warfare. Karna was one of his best disciples. Karna had given his identity as a Brahmin to Parasuram. One day, an incident took place where Parasuram could figure out that Karna had told him a lie. Parasuram felt betrayed and he cursed Karna that he would forget the best skills of archery when the need for using the best skills would come. Karna again felt that he was betrayed by this whole universe. By the time Karna had known that his real mother was Kunti, he had nursed ill feelings towards his real mother Kunti. He had nursed several ill feelings towards this whole world. Sometime Karna comes in contact with Duryodhana, and Duryodhana sees the talent in Karna, makes him his friend and gifts him a kingdom, makes Karna the king of that kingdom, adopts him into the royal heritage. However, Karna continues to sit on that feeling of having low self-esteem due to the birth in a non-royal family. And Karna felt that this whole world was unfair to him. The feeling was so deep in him that his behaviors bordered on arrogance. He would always do excessive in his approaches. He was always focused on taking revenge on Kunti's children, who were identified as Kunti's real children. Karna was not considered as Kunti's first son. And finally, in the Mahabharat war, when the time came that he had to use his best skill, he forgot about it, as per the cards. So what this small story tells us, this reminds us that we must not try to nurture a feeling of having lost out. We don't have to really make our confidence so low that we try to behave insanely. Karna was not behaving humanly. We have ups and downs in our lives. However, it does not mean that we have to behave arrogantly. Ladies and gentlemen, mind your children. If you really think deeply about self-esteem or self-worth, you will see that it is on a spectrum. It's on low to high, but we need the right balance right in the middle, so that we don't behave insanely, neither we consider this as a limitation in us. We need to continuously learn, we need to improve our skills, improve our capabilities as we go along. If we suffer from low self-esteem, we cannot make progress in our lives. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, for watching this and thinking about our behaviors.